Hi there, good morning. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, whatever time it is in your little neck of the woods. So I say good morning as ever because my videos are usually ready to go by about 7 a.m. the next day. But for me right now, it's just a little bit after lunch. And it's a miserable rainy day. But I know we need rain, so I'm going to turn this light off. So it's really overcast. And you're not imagining things. If you're one of those super observant people who thinks, hold on, the light source on her desk has changed. Yeah, it has. I think I'm on my fourth trying to rearrange my room. Just because it's just, I'm not sure why I'm finding it so frustrating, and I'm starting to think it's not my room. I'm starting to think that I'm just sort of in a little bit of a spring rut. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking, I need to be a little easier on myself. I gotta stand up and see if I'm in camera. Just barely. There. Hopefully that's a bit better. Let's try it. Anyhow. So, I think, I need to be patient with myself because I know I hate math things. They're just not inspiring to me. And I know there are people out there who love math. I know many people. They look at mathematics as just a great big puzzle to be solved, and they love it. Not me. It's just a great big ball and chain around my neck. There we go. Oh, what I'm doing. I'm having some fun making some tags for the wealthy donor. So what I'm doing is making tags out of page spreads from the book. So what I've done is just taken, a leaf. Hold on, let's open a leaf. Here's a leaf. So, I went in, snipped the threads, pulled it out, and then what I've done is just simply glued them together. So they're nice and they're a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier. Part of me got to thinking, why am I using up all my file folders when I've got really great papers from this book? Some papers don't always lend themselves to being reused, but some, like this book, these papers are terrific. So I'm going to have a little bit fun, just making a few little tags. And then what I'll do is I'm going to look through the rest of this text block and pick out some nice page spreads, some leaves, and send along with the book so that the new owner can, if they feel like it, make some things out of these papers. Anyhow, so I sort of got what I think is the base. And then I thought, I was looking for my inspiration for what I want to do just with a few pages in this book. And I figured, I keep calling her the wealthy donor. So then I thought I'd look through my art books and find some more paintings of wealthy people, which isn't hard. Usually only wealthy people back in the day could afford to have an artist, commission an artist to do a painting of them. That part's quite easy. So let me get this out of the way. And I found a few that I like. And then I'm also going to make pockets, a couple of pockets. There are some already in it. But anyway, we'll see. So yeah, I've decided to devote, that's the word I'm looking for, devote only a certain amount of time out of each day to my math things, because my math things are twofold. It is my own taxes and hubby's, I do his too. And then also just dealing with my mother's estate, which is a very simple estate. So I shouldn't be belly aching so, because she, her state is quite easy. When I think about what my poor hubby had to deal with when his father passed away, oh my goodness, very, very complicated will. And they had a lot of work on their hands. So mom's is not bad, but it's still more than what I usually prefer to deal with with mathematics type things. Now let's use you. This is paper out of an old children's composition book, so it's just lovely yellowed. It's quite fragile, but that makes it perfect to just glue down onto other papers in order to become a writing spot. So this is what I'm planning on sort of doing with it, is just making a nice little writing spot, tear edge, ink around it, and that'll make a really nice little journaling spot. Here's my filthy cutting board. I think I need to take a bit of inspiration from my crush and get some and scrub it and scrape it. All right, let's see. There we go. You and you. Now I'm going to take it over a little bit because I want to take some off that side. And sometimes it can be tricky to tear paper along a ruler when you've only got a tiny little piece of paper to hold on to. I'm loving my new tear edge. I wasn't enjoying it. I had done it so quickly that it looked like ocean waves. So it still looked repetitive. It didn't look like a natural tear. So I just went in and I had my little pliers, and I just went in and I took some more bites off whatever were too pointy for my liking, and I just you just bite down on it. So I sort of evened it out a little bit, and now I am thrilled with it. As much as I enjoy my store-bought tear edge ruler, and this still has its place because it's plastic, I can't tear really, really tough paper. And this metal one, I sure can. But this metal one, my eye can still see the repetition in the pattern. There's definitely a pattern to this edge, and my eye can see the repetition, and it bugs me. So I definitely still use that ruler. It definitely has its place, but I like this much better. All right, oh, let's get you over there. Now let's see where I want you. So if you're there, that means I want you there. That's it. So cold and damp. Rats, now I forget. I moved my ruler and now I forget. Let me see. Yes, that's it. Okay. Yeah, cold and damp, the kind of damp day. I can just feel it in my elbows. They really scream at me on days like this. Now, I like when there's that big heading So I want most of that heading, but I want a torn edge. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to really hold that down good so it doesn't try and slip out from under the ruler. That looks nice. Now, I think one of these tags is longer than the other. Yes. So let's do you first. Now, I like that. I like where it says lesson XC. XC. C is 50, X is 10. So lesson 40? Lesson 40? Let's call it lesson 40. I don't know. Anyhow, let's just call it that. So I want along that line. That looks nice. Let's put you aside, and then let's do this one. Oh my goodness. My little grandson gets such a kick out of the challenge of Roman numerals. Again, it's like a code, right? You gotta break the code. That's definitely a code. Alrighty, let's see where I want this. Right there. I'll still use these little pieces. Let's ink around these edges. You know what? I didn't start my timer. And I'll just keep going. 12 minutes. So that means I have 18. Start. There we go. All right. Yeah, so I watched a video today, a bullet journaler. She makes beautiful personalized bullet journals for people who don't like to set up their own. Anyhow, she had a very good, Riley, she had a very good, inspiring video this morning because she's been in a rut as well. And it was actually quite nice to read the comments underneath her video of all of us artsy people that for some reason or other right now are in a rut, which is strange because the weather's warming up. Our numbers are doing very well. So, you know, our stores are open. The numbers are still limited, but I haven't had to stand in line in ages. Probably in a year I haven't had to stand in a line to get into a store. Our restaurants are still limited, but that's fine. Hubby and I don't go out for restaurants right now. I'm not comfortable yet. Did I do the top? Oh, I did. But we will do takeout and bring it home and have a lovely dinner at home. We put candles on the table and wine glasses, and it's lovely. I mean, whenever you don't have to cook, it's lovely. And then to, you know, have a beautiful meal and support some of the little businesses in our town. We're happy to do that. But back to, you know, just the rut that people are experiencing. I never say never, but so far in my life, I have not experienced a winter rut. I actually enjoy winter. I recognize that I am fortunate I don't have to go out into the bad weather that we have where I live. You know, I'm in Canada, and we certainly experience all 4 seasons where I live. But for many, many years now, I have not had to go out into it. Even when I was still working more than full-time as a hairstylist, my salon was right in my home. My husband put in a lovely little salon for me that I just loved. My shampoo sink and my barber chair and my little, you know, and a big mirror, and oh, I loved my little salon. But it still meant that on bad weather days, I used to joke and say I walk 11 steps to get to work. So I do recognize that that can help as far as not having a winter, getting the winter you know, when you're feeling uninspired, a rut, I guess. But oh, I got to do this one too. Jeepers. I can't walk and chew gum right now. Anyhow, it was nice. She had some very good suggestions. She talked a lot about, you know, her recent feeling uninspired. And I know for me, this switching my room around, I think my brain was trying to blame it on my room. And I decided yesterday, after yet again changing my room around, and my sweet husband, bless his heart, he helps me every time. Anyhow, my room is staying like this until I get out of this rut, because it's not the room, and I know it's not the room. For whatever reason, whether it's, you know, a COVID hangover, pandemic hangover, whether it's a loss hangover, you know, my little buddy that was always here with me, and suddenly now I'm just talking to the plants or the birds outside the window. So I recognize I'm dealing with that loss, and then of course the loss of my mom. There, that looks better. Although I want some to have, maybe I'll do that right now. Do you know what that, I guess that's an artistic term. It means I want to make it into a tag. So I might as well do that now so I can ink it. Anyhow, Riley's video was very I guess inspiring. When I say inspiring, I imagine that it made me just jump on my desk and work. And no, it wasn't that. Comforting is better. That's the word I'm looking for. I found her video and the comments comforting. I don't know if any of you have gone through a slump. And I think of it as feeling uninspired, because I'm not depressed. I'm not even really sad, because I accept, my logical brain accepts the things that I've gone through recently, whether it's pandemic that we have all gone through. Did I put that card away? No. So where is it? Oh, for Pete's sake. My logical brain is actually okay with that. I'm quite all right with the circle of life. And, you know, how I put it, we all get a turn here on Earth. And some people get a long turn. Some people get an average turn. Some people get a short term turn. And, you know, we'll never understand why. At least not right now. So that part, I don't find it depressing so much as I guess it's just adjusting to changes, changing your schedule that was working really well. You know, for a while there, my schedule, you know, in addition to all the times I visit my mother, when I would do her hair on Tuesdays, that would be my thrift store day. Well, then that changed with the pandemic. But then my schedule changed so that the days that I would FaceTime with her, so that was nice, and something to put on my calendar. I don't know. My thoughts are wandering, trying to figure out the wherefore and the whys of an artistic slump. There, you're done. Okay. And perhaps there is no answer. Perhaps being an artist means that once in a while your batteries have to recharge. And that's just the way it is. There we go. I think I like that. Let's do you too. Let's do you as well. I found some nice artwork for Mary's book. The red one, the line and perspective drawing. And maybe tomorrow I'll crack her open and we'll make some pockets for her. Just again, I don't know, I'm drawing my inspiration from some old masters paintings and you know, religious type paintings and that. Let's do you again, because I cut you off. So now I have, in case you haven't figured it out, I have my desk back to facing my window and looking out my window. And when I was in my other room next door, that location worked very well for me, with the exception of when my neighbor's children over there would be, you know, climbing on the roof and things like that. That was a little bit nerve-wracking. But otherwise, that location worked. So I thought, well, I think that's the last place in this big room that I hadn't tried yet. So that's where my desk is right now. And I must say, I do enjoy being able to just look up and look out the window, and I can see birds and I can see the squirrels working on their nest. Yeah, I like that. We'll see. Now, I need to glue these down. You. Now, I want to check and make sure that this, I haven't used it yet today, so sometimes art glitter glue needs a little bit of TLC before it will work in the morning. This is my latest thing that I do for myself, since I like this little pin. It doesn't rust, it does the job, but it's so tiny. And usually I'll put like a little flag on my pins so that I don't lose them so easily. But I'm worried that tiny little tip won't allow it. So I just jab it into my eraser. And so far so good. That is working for me. Yeah, I still don't trust, even though I love this new glue, I still don't totally trust it. I still run a little bead of the art glitter glue around the edge. I just do. There we go. Let's bring you over. I'll turn you upside down. So I'm craving tacos. So we're having tacos for dinner tonight. This is one of those meals that my husband is tolerating for me, because he's not a huge taco fan. So I try and make sure that at least some of the toppings he likes. But I only inflict it on him like once a year. Go. One down. I can feel a little bit of sticky there. Let's get you ready. Let's put you upside down. Now, changing my room around, what, 4 times in the past 2 weeks, has I really have still been continuing to clean out things. Friday, I went nuts on playing cards, and it feels terrific. I also made myself a list. I tried to do my own version of Marie Kondo when she says, you know, to hold it and see if it sparks joy. Well, I can't do that because everything would spark joy. So what I did was I wrote myself out a sign that said, level 1, every day. Level 2, every week. Level 3, once a month or more. And then what I started doing was going through the things surrounding me on my desk, the things on my shelves, and I decided, is this a level 1 item? Do I use this item every single day when I'm working in here? And then I made sure that it was as best as it could be within arm's reach. And then if it was a level 2, this is something I use every week, then it would be the next closest and easiest to get to. And then my level 3 items are the items that could be in baskets and stored under my tables or into my closet or on the high shelves where I'm short. So the top 2 shelves on my bookshelves, I can't reach them without a chair or a step stool. So my level 3 items, I was able to actually, in a way, it's sort of decluttered because I organized. Do you know what I mean? So I found that that was my version of sparking joy. I was sparking levels. And I'm happy with how that worked out. And sorting through things. And I had some things that were taking up space because, as I say, I've always called my little area here my cockpit, because I feel like I'm a pilot and I step down into it and everything is reachable and I just have to turn my chair to grab what I need. But I realized that part of the reason I was kind of starting to feel closed in and claustrophobic was I had level 3 things within a level 1 range, and there's no need for that. Something as simple as everything that I need for when I'm shipping out a journal. I should keep working while I can talk so you're not staring at hands that aren't moving. When my shipping, all my gear for shipping, so my weigh scales, my for the most part, my printer. It's usually the only time I use my printer is to print off address labels and, sales receipts, things like that. So, I made myself actually a shipping station here in my room. So that's where I've got my printer, I've got my weigh scale, I've got my packing tape, I've got actually my stapler. That's usually the only time I ever use a stapler. So I thought, why have I got my stapler and my hole punch, my 3-hole punch in a level 1 zone when it could safely be in a level 2 or level 3 zone? Like right now, it definitely level 3. I haven't been shipping out much of anything lately. All right, I'm thinking I want to put her on one, and then her handsome husband, I need to fussy cut him. Anyhow, so that really felt great to sort through and create, make decisions on the things that, yes, I know I won't get rid of them, but can I at least determine their placement of priority in my room here. I'm happy with that. Oh yes, I almost cut off his beautiful velvet dashing sash. Oh my goodness. So I didn't even get a single, not one single journaling tag done. Oh my goodness. I yammered on and on about being uninspired. Yeah, I'm at 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. Well, put your imagination cap on, because these two, when they're done, are going to look rather delightful. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening to me bellyache. Honest to goodness, if you're feeling in a rut or uninspired lately, let me know about it, or let me know what you do when you go through that. And don't tell me to write morning pages. I have tried that so many times, and I'm telling you right now, I am not a morning page person. No. I've tried. No. If there's something else, I have been working in my art journal. I have been working in my bullet journal. Anyhow, you know what? Let me know. Comment down below. I love to hear what you do. Or else just commiserate in the rut that you're in. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk soon. Bye.